So committing a builder, it's like everyone's primero question, right? So how do I commit people? Well, as we just talked about this, of course, that is a lengthy topic because it involves so many things. And most of the things it involves is your personal posture and your level of commitment that you have yourself. And you can tell how committed you are based on the priority you put on your business. And because if you're not fully committed, then basically builders follow leaders.
Exactly
And,
right.
and so if you're not in that space yet, then you have to become good at essentially promoting or edifying your upline to help really cement or commit a builder. So oftentimes, like when I very first started with doTERRA, and I did this with you, Seth, I said, hey, you want to build? Let's go meet my upline.
Right. You took me to people who were making money.
Right. And we got in the car and we went and visited with people, our uplines who were making the opportunity to work in a big way.
Right.
And how was that?
It was
How
huge.
did that impact you?
It was big because when you invited me to go, I met with Kelly Anderson and with you and with Natalie and Andy. And Natalie and Andy had just hit Diamond that month. But the thing was is that I saw people that were just like me that were succeeding. And the fact is that I think they said, yeah, our check last month was $12,000, and and it's kind of funny because that's nothing compared with anything now. But back then I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. I want to explore this more with them, right? So my point is that sometimes when you're showing someone the business, it makes sense to introduce them to someone who has made it because they can help commit. And if you are a leader and you're making any kind of income that's respectable in this, one of the best uses of your time is to get with your team and go with them to their appointments to commit leaders.
Right.
Because sometimes to commit a builder just means they need to have proof. So provide that proof.
Right.
Be the proof.
Now as large as I am now, a lot of my most effective use of my time is actually meeting with people's new builders.
Right.
Somebody who just got started and wants to build, or somebody who's maybe started the process and they haven't fully committed yet, then committing that builder. And so generally that takes a posture of success and commitment at a high level.
Now, I would like to point out that when Rod mentions commitment being the key to committing other people, that's so true because when you come to someone, we talk about this posture of who has the cookie. It's if you are absolutely committed to the business and to your own success, because some people are going to say from watching this, you're going to go, I don't have an upline I can bring with me. Fact of the matter is that if you are totally committed to the process yourself, then that person understands that if they say no, they are the one that is missing out.
Right.
And
right.
that's kind of the posture you want to have. It's I'm going here, and I would love to do it with you, but if it's not with you, I'm going to do it regardless, either way.
Right. Yeah, a lot of my original builders came on board because they knew that I was going to succeed in their mind. They knew that if I was going to engage in it, they knew I was going to succeed, so they wanted to be a part of that.
And it was because you committed at such a level that they weren't doubting your commitment.
Right.
And I think that's important because sometimes people go, well, how? But they don't know. But it's like, but they can tell if you're just kind of, nonchalantly hey, you want to try this? Maybe, And,
it might work for me. I don't know. It's really hard.
Or if your commitment depends on their commitment, that shifted the posture.
Right. And that's none of those things work in your favor towards committing. But there are three basic things that you can do. Or make sure that happens for new people that want to build, and those things. And this came from tips that you received from another professional network marketer, and that's basically they have to have if within the first 30 days they have an experience with the product, they really feel the value of the product. They get it, they enroll somebody, or they get a check in the mail. All three of those things help increase the level.
Any
of
one of
commitment.
those three keep them around.
Right.
And open to the idea of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
A combination or all three of those things are fantastic. And the thing that's great about doTERRA is that many times all three of those things happen in their first 30 days.
Right.
And so that's another way to just commit a builder.
So if you get a new person and you get through these documents and they say, yeah, let's go for it, then if your first 30-day goal is to make sure that person has great results with the product, make sure that person enrolls someone, and make sure that person gets a check in the mail, then you're going a long ways. And then from there, get them appointment with your most successful uplines. And where do you meet them? At the monthly trainings, right? If you're going to the monthly trainings, you're going to see the people around that are making money. When I show up at the monthly trainings just for that purpose, so that people have an opportunity to introduce their new people to me. And so it's a great thing. Show up, make things happen.
Be committed.
Yeah, be committed, and get that level of commitment really seated, and people will respond to you differently.
Cool.